What up? We back again, yo. We're back again. Incense is burning. hmm So another one of those sessions, eh? Blessed Tuesday the 10th of the year 10, 2026. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, that is 10. 3rd March month. So yesterday we did a little bit of postures, the basic. If you look at the aluminum board, yesterday we did the primary letters or the primary sounds, which is A, N, E, L, O, Y, U, M, I, and a bit of the tertiary, which comes after the secondary, which was X, just to demonstrate how it differs from the N. And we're going to do a little mental exercise about that. I think it's going to even be easier since we can map the board right here on the Triton, Trishut. So we have 9 planets. We keep in orbit with the parabola 10. I don't know if Earth is a planet or is the foundation. We stand to see all the planets that planned this. It's still organic. So the mental exercise is quite simple. Centralize the Christ in I. This is the I. If you remember, the middle of the middle finger. So if you recall well, I, X, N, V, and Y are the only sounds, letters, which are similar on both ends. They both use the middle finger. So we're going to have a little fun with that. We're going to open our eyes so that you can see the whole body language, the gestures. And we'll talk about the meditation on our next session. We'll incorporate it with the postures. Now, these are not basic or known mudras, but what we call a whip, work in progress. We've already attributed the basic fundamental elements, earth, air, fire, water, with the ether, of course. So the meditation is like that. Once you get to the secondary letters, which are between the primary, which we postured yesterday, you get into the next level of the meditation. So it's meditation, yes, but we haven't got to Dharma Mega Samadhi yet. We're still at the Vikara and Sasmita, and we bring them together. So those are attributes. They also entail what we call the yamas and the niyamas, but not in the Ashtanga Patanjali format. But they're quite aligned. They're all the limbs. They promote ethical conduct. They promote a purposeful living. They promote discipline, morality, purity, all the items that the Brahmacharya oath and all other yamas and niyamas are all about. Let's go now. Today is the 10th. I like to align this with time so that if we lose the soft copies, we can get our fallback plan. So on the 10th, we have the 9 meditations of the 9 primary letters. We bring them together into a cipher. As you know, from knowledge, reason, and understanding to 9 born cipher. So this is nothing new. Like Solomon said, nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. Let's make it work, What's up? So to start that meditation, we'll centralize our energy. You get inside your Merkaba, the upward lightning meditation, the draining down to earth center, earthing. Now the earth responds with a signal. Now I'm still going to use my left because to you it looks like a right. So those are the fingers. Like I said yesterday, all the sounds are here. Now if we go to Ah, which is the first one, I think that's the posture we did first yesterday. We look at three aspects. We look at attitude, we look at commitment, you know. We go on to N, which is the middle of the top line. We look at transcendence, you know. We also look at thought, you know, mental process. We go on to A, we look at transformation, you know. We look at transformation, we also look at energy. Now, coincidentally, air and energy both start with E, so that one is quite easy to remember. Now, if we go down to the next primary letter, excuse me, on the clockwise side, we look at L, L. Now, with L, we're looking at a broader aspect of mastery of knowledge, which brings a mental accommodation of mercy, you know, understanding someone's situation so that you can be merciful to them and if they wrong you. Now we're getting a bit deeper. So with mercy, mastership of information, knowledge, or whatever you call it. Then we go down to O. Now with O, we're looking at beauty. Beauty which brings forth the invocation of love. Still going down. Yeah, that is why we look at a viewpoint. A viewpoint also could be something that deals with how complete something looks. Maybe with the physical eyes, but maybe with comprehension, you know. And that also entails, you know, interchangeably with the love aspect, the aspect of willpower, like, you know, the inspiration to invest that energy and keep on keeping on, you know. So from Y, go on to U. That is U. Now that one is one of my favorites because it deals with conduct. Conduct which is guided by intelligence. I'm not going to go deeper into that. It's a splendid place. Now with the we look at a very intense topic, which I like to attribute to this color, which is red, which is severity, you know, doing something with all your strength. But I like to attribute that also with how involved you are in the way you live your life. So I attribute it to, I would say, lifestyle or how you earn your living, or how they like to put it. Um, what's the specific word they use? Other meditators, I mean, they choose means of living. Yes. So when we center it at the central eye, we look at all those items in terms of discipline, in terms of life, in terms of what kind of light they bring. So now that's a little meditation on one aspect. Maybe you can try that the day after you try the postures. But I'm going to double it up because I have a little more time on the video. I can just do a 10-minute video. So since it's a video, you can rewind it, forward, pause, do whatever you want. And take a little breather and think about that. carry on. Huh? Now, with those 9 primary letters of the I, back, go to A now. Ah, we attribute them to purpose, like I said. Purpose not in terms of means of living, but yes, also that included. But purpose to think about and take action with the given disciplines, like the given frames of thought. The first one, which is R, we talk about food. So with food, we're talking about producing food, cooking food, preparing food, anything related to food. So you find your purpose along those lines, which means nourishment, you know, physical nourishment. We haven't got to mental food yet because we have the education aspect, so just physical nourishment. We go to N, one of the 3 basic, what do you call this? Basic needs. We go on to clothing. Clothing in all its forms, from hats, shoes, jewelry, cotton, anything related to clothing, producing it, selling it, manufacturing, facilitating it. And at the energy center, which is E, we have obviously shelter, building, and related aspects. Now, as we go on to the middle row, because it's a 3 by 3, 9 point system with all the other connecting lines having meaning, but that's an advanced level. Go on to to depend on your orientation, whether you start from the mercy or the severity side. But either way, you're gonna center it at the center. So from either side, health is in the center, and education and transport on either side. Those are basic necessities in life for you to live a comfortable life that lets you transcend, like we did on the other meditation on N, transcend the physical. Now you get into the advanced levels of meditation. As you know, like they said, Sama'ari or Karma Yoga is what happens. So you have to have some purpose so that you can stay steadfast on the journey. But these are advanced levels of the ILS system. But okay, obviously for some of us, it's not that advanced because we have our own gurus and stuff. But like I said, the middle line, the middle horizontal is quite easy. We have health at the center, transport and education on either side. It depends on the orientation. Now at the bottom, we have the use of technology. Technology can be electronical, can be a set of skills, engineering, Um, technology can be just, I mean, even just a theoretical way of doing something easier. As long as you develop it and it's technically viable or technically effective, it's a technology. And at the middle center, we have administration. Now, we have to put all this together in a way that works best for our energy, for, yes, one of the basic elements, the basic necessity, basic needs we're going to be prioritizing on. So when we get to the bottom line, Y represents that administration and organization aspect, be it an office, even if it's an app on your phone, a way of arranging things in your garden, like I have my garden here, or a way of just doing things in a way that works for you best and makes you more effective in your discipline. Now, with the last one, which is at U, at the intelligence and discipline, conduct aspect, we have creativity. This is try to balance the left and the right brain. Creativity, not in the sense of the previous old meditation, which means beauty that burns for love. Even that is inspired, is involved. But creativity as in art as a career. I mean, art as a as an aim of the previous meditation. Art as a labor of love, if you might use the word. So if you pick up all this, because this is a video, I'm not going to repeat myself. You can just go back to the video, see what's going on. I don't think I spoke a lot of gibberish to confuse you. Look at the postures. Those are the basic postures. Those are the basic meditations. Look at this. Now we're going to go into how to actually do the mental processes, how to get something out of them, and then how to actually live them when you get out of that semi-samadhi or pratyahara or dharana state or the Uaah state. Now that's about it for today. I hope I'm making a lot of sense because this is my first time I'm giving to an audience I can't see. We'll organize some live videos. We'll organize some real-time interactions. I know a lot of people are looking at this, and I'll be happy to share my labor of love with you. And if some of you know how I've lived my life, you're probably wondering how I did it, how I got this far. That's one of the things I'll be doing. And one important thing about this type of work is that, like the Kabbalist says, we don't care about the semantics or the nitty-gritties. What we care about is producing results. So if at all you come to a point where you see that what you're doing is working and making an impact, depending on the environment around you and how you respond to it, yes, that's how you can, I'd say, scale it, calibrate level of effect. But the first thing, you must have an effect. So this is my first product of many to come. It's called the Uaah. It's an industrial design with many disciplines, games, the sign language that came yesterday, the postures. Now there's meditations. There's a lot more that's going to come with the educational aspects. So now bear with me. I want to be with you till infinity. Tap, Shanti, peace, Amun.